All right, so you wanted to know more about what's happening in hip-hop, especially in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And we found a really cool interview on Sway's Universe. You know, Sway.
Of course, yeah.
It's with Benny the Butcher and 38 Spesh, and it's...
Interesting combination.
Yeah, they've got a new album together. It's a collab.
Okay.
And they talk about all kinds of things. But one of the things that Sway brings up right off the bat, he kind of throws this out there, that the crown of hip-hop. You know how everybody's always saying...
Oh, like where it is, yeah.
Yeah, who's got the crown, right?
Right.
And Sway's like, the crown has moved to upstate New York.
Wow, what do they think about that?
They agree with him, both Benny and Spesh.
Interesting.
Yeah, Benny even says...
Really?
Yeah, he's like, the crown belongs upstate, if you know what I'm saying?
That's a big statement.
Yeah, it is, and it's not like they're trying to diss New York City, you know?
Right.
It's more like acknowledging that something really special is happening up there.
Absolutely. You've got Griselda, you've got...
Yeah, Benny, West Side Gun.
Conway the Machine, it's like a whole movement coming out of there.
They've got this raw energy.
Yeah, for sure.
And you hear it in the music. It's unmistakable.
Definitely.
What I found really interesting is how much they talked about staying true to themselves, you know, even after they've had success.
Especially after success, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to kind of lose yourself.
Yeah, and they both talk about how they've made money and taken care of their families.
But the drive is still there, the passion.
Yeah, they're not just coasting. Benny even compares it to...
I love his analogies.
Yeah.
Sick.
He compares it to playing basketball against a younger, stronger opponent.
Oh, I see.
You got to keep proving yourself, you know?
Gotta stay on top of your game.
Yeah, and their new album, Stabbed and Shot 2, it's kind of a testament to that, you know?
It is. It's like a continuation of their journey together.
The original Stabbed and Shot came out in 2018, so it's been
6 years. Wow.
6 years, yeah.
They've both grown so much as artists in that time.
And they're still pushing each other, still experimenting.
And you can hear that growth in the music.
Absolutely. And for Benny, it's like his whole career has been about staying true to his vision, you know?
Yeah, he's done things his own way. He even talks about his time with Def Jam.
Oh, right. He was signed to them for a bit?
Yeah, but he realized that his original formula, as he calls it,
His independent hustle.
yeah, that worked best for him.
It's like he's got this secret sauce. He even uses this analogy about
Yeah.
fried chicken, how nobody else can make it quite like he does.
I love that. It's about owning your unique flavor.
Exactly. And you know what else is interesting about Benny? Did you know he won an Emmy?
An Emmy. Wait, Benny the Butcher?
Yeah, for a sports interview he did with the Buffalo Bills.
No way. That's incredible.
It's crazy. He also talks about how important Sway's Five Fingers of Death segment was for his career.
Oh, yeah, that's legendary.
It's where rappers freestyle over 5 different beats.
It's a true test of skill.
And Benny killed it, and he says it really helped him get noticed.
Platforms like Sway's Universe are so crucial for giving underground artists a voice.
Absolutely. And Benny even mentions that after his appearance on Five Fingers of Death, some people in his community were inspired to pursue rap instead of dealing drugs.
Wow, that's real impact right there.
Yeah, it's like this ripple effect.
Yeah, one opportunity can change everything.
And speaking of advice, Sway asks Benny what he would tell his younger self.
Oh, that's always a good question.
And Benny's answer is really powerful. He says, stay out the way, preserve yourself, and never give up.
Simple but profound.
It's about resilience, you know, having the strength to keep going even when things are tough.
Yeah, that's Benny's whole story, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you can feel that in his music. It's not just entertainment, it's real life.
It's raw, it's authentic.
And what better way to show that than with a freestyle session at the end of the interview?
Oh, they did that on Sway.
Yeah, it's impromptu. Sway just kind of throws it out there.
I bet they killed it.
They did, and Sway is like blown away. He calls them elite MCs, lions representing upstate New York.
Lions, huh?
Yeah, he even contrasts them with all the hyenas he's seen come and go in the industry.
Ones who are just chasing clout, not real artistry.
Exactly, and it's clear that Benny and Spesh are the real deal. They've put in the work, they've honed their craft.
They've earned their stripes.
And this whole interview, it really highlights this movement that's happening. Upstate New York is making its mark on the hip-hop world.
It's about time, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's wild how they tie the new album, Stabbed and Shot 2, into this whole thing.
What do you mean?
It's not just an album, it's like,
More than music.
yeah, like there's this documentary too.
Oh, about the making of the album.
Yeah, behind the scenes, the whole creative process.
So is it on YouTube or something?
Here's the thing. You can only watch it if you buy the vinyl or the CD.
Really? It's interesting.
Isn't it? Like nowadays, everybody's streaming everything.
Yeah, you barely see physical copies anymore.
But this, it's like a bonus, you know. for the real fan.
Makes you want to get that record just to see what's on there.
Right, like what's so special? What are they hiding?
I'm curious now, what kind of footage is it? Like studio sessions?
Could be. Maybe even personal stuff, who knows?
Speaking of connecting with fans, they did a pop-up shop too.
Oh, where was that?
At Yankee Kicks in Soho to promote the album.
Nice. Must have been packed.
Oh, yeah. I bet. Imagine being a fan, getting the album, meeting Benny and Spesh.
It's like they're building this whole world around their music.
Yeah, not just putting out tracks, but creating a whole experience.
Exactly. And it shows they're smart, business-wise.
Not just artists, but entrepreneurs too.
Definitely. And that kind of goes back to what we were saying about upstate New York.
Taking over the game.
Yeah, it's like a mindset.
Yeah.
A hunger to succeed,
Not waiting for permission, making their own opportunities.
Exactly. And this interview with Sway, it really captures that spirit.
Yeah, it's raw, real, no sugarcoating.
Straight up. And there's this one part, I don't know if you caught it.
What part?
Sway asks Spesh about a line from one of his songs.
Okay, what line?
He says, I took my money and stacked up grands. Don't ask me what's my backup plan.
Whoa, so no plan B, huh?
All in on the music, no safety net.
Bold move. Gotta have a lot of faith in yourself.
Yeah, and Sway, he's sharp. He picks up on that. And he asks Spesh about his past.
Okay, like before the rap career.
Yeah, he specifically mentioned something about hiding drugs at his aunt's house.
Oh, wow. Getting personal.
Yeah, and you can see Spesh kind of hesitate, but he opens up
About what?
about his upbringing, the environment he came from.
Not easy, I'm guessing.
No, he talks about his aunt struggling with addiction,
Oh, man, that's tough.
and they would try to steal his stash out of desperation.
Wow, that's heavy.
You can hear it in his voice, the pain, waking up to family members going through his pockets.
That's a different kind of struggle, man.
Yeah, and it makes you think, right? Like, behind the music, the success.
There's a whole story, a whole life.
Exactly. And it adds another dimension to their lyrics. You hear them differently.
More depth, more meaning.
Upstate New York, taking over the hip-hop world, no doubt.
It's pretty amazing to witness. We've really gotten a feel for what's happening up there,
It's more than just music, yeah.
Like a cultural shift.
Exactly. And it's global. People are paying attention.
And it's happening on their terms. They're not compromising.
Right, they're doing it their way.
Benny and Spesh, they're at the forefront of all this.
They really are, leading the charge.
They're hungry,
driven.
and they're so talented, but it's more than that.
Yeah, it's that authenticity. You can't fake that.
It's real, and they're using their platform to give back to their community.
Absolutely. Lifting others up as they rise.
It's inspiring, and what's crazy is this is just the beginning.
He feels like the start of something big, yeah.
Like we're witnessing a new chapter in hip-hop history.
That crown, it's moved upstate, and it's going to stay there for a while, I think.
So for all of you listening, what does this mean for you?
That's the question, right?
What does it mean for the future of hip-hop? This energy, this authenticity, it's infectious.
You can't help but be drawn in.
It makes you want to dive deeper, listen closer, explore.
Discover what it's really all about.
And that's what we want you to do. Go out there and experience it for yourself.
Find those artists, listen to their stories, feel that energy.
Upstate New York hip-hop, it's a movement you don't want to miss.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
See you next time.